So, good day. For another problem to be solved sa PERT CPM diagram construction, meron tayong given dito which states that given the following activities with their durations in the network diagram, determine the ES and EF or yung early start and early finish duration of the path or duration of the network diagram, the late start and late finish of each activity, the float or slack, and the critical path. Okay? So, it so happen na pinapahanap yung early start and early finish, late start and late finish, at saka yung kanyang float and slack. Kaya indicated na yung ating drawing. Pero in normal basis, syempre, ko-construct muna natin yung um, critical network diagram. Okay? So, bago natin sagutan yung problem na ito, intindihin muna natin kung ano bang mga parts or mga given na binigay. Okay? Ano-ano ba yung mga four prerequisites requirements sa isang PERT CPM? Di ba, napag-usapan na kailangan is merong events. Ito yung events or nodes sa ibang term and represents by any geometrical shapes or figures. Pwedeng circle, pwedeng rectangle, or whatsoever shape you want. Pero practically, ginagamit ay circle or rectangle. Okay? So, events. Pangalawa, activity. Yung activity, sabi, is the actual work between two events. Okay? Actual work between two events, ito na yung literal na gagawin natin sa isang construction activity. Okay? So, for the sake of the discussion, yung mga activity natin dito ay represented by a letters lang. Okay? Pero yung mga activity natin, since medyo mahahaba yung kanilang description, yun nga, for the sake of the discussion, nakasimbol lang yan ng mga letters. Okay? Next, duration or yung time. So time or duration, ito yung how long it takes or how early it takes to finish the activity. Okay, ito yung gugugulin na panahon ng activity para matapos. Okay? And then last is path. Okay? So para malaman natin yung tamang path, syempre kailangan oriented din yung kanyang arrows. Okay? Kasi sa arrow, malalaman natin kung saan direction papunta yung ating network diagram. Okay? So in this case, yung 1, 3, 4, 2, 5, and 6, ito yung ating mga events. Tama? Represented by any geometrical shapes. In this case, ginamit dito ay circle. So sa ibang yung mga basic example is bilog lang siya and then the node number. Okay? However, since mas comprehensive na itong problem na ito, so yung node natin is dinagyan natin ng division. So mamaya para malalaman natin kung para saan itong mga shapes na ito. Next elements na sinabi natin kanina is yung activity. It is the actual work between two events. So, if this node 1 and 3 are events, yung kanyang pagitan is the activity. So, in this case, yung activity natin dito is activity A. Okay? So, kung dito naman, from node 3 and 4, the actual work between two events, ito naman yung activity C natin. Okay? And the rest is just the same. Okay? Next element sa per CPM yung kanyang duration or how many time it takes to finish or start a certain activity. Okay? So for example, dito sa activity A, gugugol daw siya ng 10 calendar days para matapos at mag-proceed sa another activities. Okay? And ganun din. For example din dito, yung activity C, is 8 calendar days yung kanyang gugugulin para mapunta siya sa node 4 or yung events number 4. Okay? So, path naman is ito. Okay? Usually, or most of the time, ginagamit na pang name ng path is yung kanyang activity name. Okay? Kasi pag ginamit mo kasi yung node, halimbawa, 1 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, medyo nakakalito. Okay? Pero most of the time, activity yung pinapangalanan. Halimbawa, dito sa traverse na ito, that is activity or path letter A, C, F, and G. Ito naman, path A, D, G. Whereas ito din naman is path B, E, G. Okay? So, yun yung kanyang mga key elements. And one more thing, para malaman, mas ma-appreciate yung network diagram, halimbawa ito, activity C and activity D. Hindi mag-uumpisa yung isa sa dalawang ito hanggat hindi natatapos yung activity A kasi hindi pa siya nakapunta dito. Okay, so ibig sabihin, activity A must be completed first so that activity C and activity D will proceed. Okay, dito naman, dito sa G, okay, hindi pwede mag-proceed papunta kay activity G hanggat hindi tapos lahat si activity D, E, and F. Okay, kailangan tapos silang lahat bago natin gawin yung activity G. Okay, halimbawa, activity D is painting works. Concreting works. Dito naman ay ceiling works. Dito naman ay doors and windows, for example. Dito is finishing works. Okay, diba maglalagay ka na ng mga furnitures. Okay, so kailangan matapos muna itong mga activity na ito bago tayo makapag-proceed sa activity G. So ganun yung pagbasa dun sa network diagram. Okay, yung mga box na ito naman is gagamitin natin to determine the earliest start and early finish of the certain activity. Okay, di ba pag sinabi natin earliest start, ito yung pinaka mabilis na araw na pwede na mag-umpisa yung activity. Sa kabilang banda naman, yung early finish niya, ito naman yung pinakamabilis na duration na pwedeng matapos yung project or yung activity. Okay? Late start naman, ito na yung pinaka-late na pwedeng mag-umpisa yung project. And syempre, kakambal niya din is yung late finish niya. Ito na yung pinaka-late na pwedeng matapos yung isang activity. Kasi kapag lumagpas doon, lalo na kapag meron siyang float or slack, kapag zero yon, dapat hindi nagkakaroon ng delay sa activity na yon. Okay? Kapag merong halimbawa float or slack na 3, at least meron siyang leeway na 3 calendar days or any unit of time na hindi maapektuhan yung duration or yung path natin. Okay? So, meron dito naka-indicate na equation, early finish is equals to early start plus the time. Yung time yung duration ng bawat activities. Late finish naman is late start plus the time. Okay? So, dito, since earliest start nga, umpisahan na natin sa node 1, in every project, nag-umpisa yan sa 0 day. Okay, so yung earliest start natin, halimbawa dito sa activity A, yung pinakamabilis na pwede siya makapag-umpisa ay sa mismong umpisa talaga, which is the 0 day. And kung mapapansin nyo mama is color-coded ito, kaya recommended na color-coded ballpen din yung magamit ninyo or gagamitin para hindi kayo malito sa pag-solve at pag-intindi sa network diagram. Okay? So, dito tayo sa activity A. Sa activity A, ito ngayon yung focus muna natin. Di ba, earliest start is yung pinakamabilis na oras na pwede makapag-umpisa yung ating project. So, dito naman, dito natin ilalagay yung earliest finish niya. Okay? So, sa earliest finish niya, sabi natin, early start plus the time. So, ibig sabihin, 0 plus 10 calendar days. So 0 plus 10 is 10. Okay, ito na ngayon yung early start ni A at ito naman yung kanyang early finish. Okay, next, proceed tayo. Okay, kung ano yung earliest finish ng previous activity, ito yung magiging early start ng kasunod na activity. Okay, ulitin ko, kung ano yung early finish ng previous activity, ito ngayon yung magiging early start ng kasunod na activity. So, since wala na din tayong nakikitang another arrow na nagpo-point papunta sa node 3, pwede na natin i-transfer ngayon si 10 as the early start ng mga magkasunod na activity C, magkasunod na activity such as activity C and activity D. Okay? So, tuloy natin papunta kay activity C. Okay? So, since sa activity C, yung kanyang earliest start is yung 10, para makuha yung early finish, that is early start plus the duration. So, that is 10 plus 8, meron tayong 18 calendar days. Ito na ngayon yung kanyang earliest possible time to finish uh, the project or the activity C rather. Okay, next, yung magiging earliest start ni activity F, kasi dito muna tayo, di ba? Yung previous earliest finish ng previous activity. So in this case, yung activity C. So, yung early start ni F is yung early finish ni C. So, 18 yung early start ni F. So, earliest finish ngayon ni F, that is 18 plus 4. Okay? Pero hold it right there, sabi niya, di ba? Hindi natin pwedeng agad ilagay si 22 dito dahil meron pa tayong nodes or meron pa tayong mga activities na nagpo-point papunta kay node 5 or event number 5. Kailangan muna nating matapos at malaman yung kani-kanilang mga earliest finish and then pipili tayo sa mga activity na yan kung anong ilalagay natin dito. Mamaya sasabihin ko kung anong determination natin na gagawin para maglagay ng value dito. Okay, but before that, proceed muna tayo dito sa mga, balik muna ulit tayo sa event number 3 or node 3. Okay? Diba? Ito ngayon yung kanyang earliest, dito tayo sa ngayon sa activity D. Si activity D, yung kanyang earliest start would be the earliest finish ng previous activity. So that is 10. Ngayon, para makuha naman yung kanyang earliest finish for this activity D, that is 10 plus 13 or 23. Okay, ito na ngayon yung kanyang earliest finish. Kaso, hindi pa tayo pwedeng maglagay ng value dito. Balik muna ulit tayo dito sa node 1 dahil meron pa tayong activity E dito. Balik ulit tayo. So from previous or earliest start for this activity B, that para makuha yung kanyang earliest finish, that is 0 plus 6 or 6. Okay? And for this node number 2, since wala na tayong arrow pointing towards node 2, pwede na natin iligay ngayon si 6 as its earliest finish. Okay? For this activity E naman, on the other hand, yung kanyang earliest start is the earliest finish from the previous activity. Okay? Para makuha yung kanyang earliest finish, that is 6 plus 12 or 18. Okay? So, kung makikita natin, lahat ng nodes pointing to node 5 is meron ng mga earliest finishes. Okay? Ngayon, pipili tayo between 18, 23, and 22 kung anong ilalagay natin. Okay? So, since early start and early finish ito at saka forward pass ito, at the same time, dito kasi natin malalaman yung duration ng ating project. Okay? Di ba kapag nagko-compute tayo ng duration, hinahanapan natin yung critical path. Tama? Ngayon sa critical path, di ba, malalaman natin na critical yung path na yon if meron siyang highest duration. So meaning to say, pag maglalagay tayo ng early start dito, pipiliin natin yung pinakamalaki out of the shown choices. So between 18, 23, and 22, by the principle na binanggit ko kanina, yung lalagay natin dito is the 23rd calendar day. Okay, kasi ito yung pinakamalaking value between 22 and 18, between the choices. Okay? So, ilagay na ngayon natin si 23. Okay, so ito na ngayon yung nagiging earliest finish natin for this activity. Okay? Or for this node rather. Ito na ngayon yung magiging earliest start ni activity G. Okay? Para malaman yung earliest finish ni activity G, i-add natin yung kanyang duration. So 23 plus 12, that is 35. So since wala nang another activities pointing towards node 6, pwede na natin lagay ngayon si 35 sa kanyang nodes dito sa left node niya, left part. So kung ano yung value na nag-arrive sa pinakadulong node or pinaka-end node, ito yung magiging duration ng ating project. Ito yung duration ng ating path. Okay, so tapos na tayo sa early finish at saka early starts niya. So, at nahanap na din natin yung duration which is 35. Okay, so mamaya ito table natin yan para mas ma-appreciate natin yung mga na-compute na value. Okay, so for part C, compute na ngayon natin si late start and late finish. Okay, so since early start and early finish is tinatawag din na forward pass, meaning to say from left to right, yung late start and late finish naman is from right to left. Okay, pabalik, kumbaga, patras. Okay, para mas ma-appreciate natin yan, gamit tayo ng kulay blue na text. Okay? Since pabalik nga yan, kung ano yung value na ngayon dito is i-retain natin yan sa kabila, which is 35 then. Okay, so since ito na ngayon bale yung kanyang late finish. Tapos dito naman, pupunta yung kanyang earliest start. Okay, so late finish natin is late start plus time. Para makuha nyo yung kanyang late start, gagamit tayo ng konting algebra dito. Ibig sabihin, from this late finish, bawasan na ngayon natin ng kanyang time para makuha yung late start. Okay? So 35 minus 12, that is 23. Okay? So since 23 is wala nang another activity, pwede na natin ngayon i-transfer si 23 dito. Okay? Next, ito na ngayon, ito yung late start niya at ito naman yung kanyang late finish. Okay? Don't be confused kung bakit tayo nag-minus dito dahil hinanap natin yung late start dito. Ito. Kasi nga backward pass. Okay? Next, ito ngayon yung kanyang earliest finish or late finish. Hanapin naman ngayon natin yung kanyang late start. That is 23 minus 4, that is 19. Okay? So since wala nang another arrow na towards papunta kay 4, ilagay na ngayon natin dito si 19. Okay? Next, ganun din. Ito yung kanyang late finish. Hanapin natin yung kanyang late start. That is 19 minus 8 or 11. Pero hindi na po natin pwedeng ilagay si 11 dito dahil meron pa tayong node dito. Okay, so balik tayo dito. So 23 minus 13, that is 10. Okay, so wala nang katuglong or wala nang node pa or activity na pointing backward sa ating node. Okay, so pwede na nating mamili kung ano yung 11, between 11 or 10, kung ano yung lalagay natin dito. Okay, so yung kaibahan sa forward pass is hinahanapan natin yung pinakamalaking value, sa backward pass naman yung pinakamaliit. Okay, kasi i-check kasi natin kung magzi-zero dito at kapag nag-zero, definitely tama yung inyong computation. Okay, going back, between 11 and 10, yung pinakamaliit na value dito is yung 10. So, Ito yung lalagay natin dito na value. Okay. Tapos dito, 10 minus 10, that is 0. Sige mamaya. Balik muna tayo dito. So 23, ganun din. Ito yung kanyang late finish. Para makuha yung late start, that is 23 minus 12 or 11. Okay. And then, since wala nang another arrow dito, pwede na natin ngayon lagay si 11. Okay. So 11 minus 6, that is 5. Tama. Ito ngayon yung kanyang late start. Ito yung naman yung kanyang late finish. So going back to this, blue, 10 minus 10, that is 0. Okay, so sabi natin dito kanina kapag backward pass, yung pinakamaliit na value. So between 5 and 0, syempre yung pinakamaliit dyan is yung 0. Okay, so lagay na ngayon natin si 0 sa kanyang value. Okay. So red represents early finish and early start. Blue represents late finish and late starts. So wag kalimutan yung word na start at saka end to indicate the path of the network diagram. Okay? So to visually see kung ano ba yung early start and early finish, table natin sila. Okay? So early start and early finish, halimbawa dito sa activity A, early start and early finish niya is 0 to 10. Diba? 0 to 10. Ito yung pinakamabilis na pwede mag-start. Ito naman yung pinakamabilis na pwedeng matapos yung project. So, ganun yung pag-interpret. Kapag late start and late finish naman, that is 0. Ito yung late start niya. Ito naman yung kanyang late finish. Ito yung pinakamabilis na pinaka-late na pwede siya mag-umpisa. Ito naman yung pinaka-late na matapos. So, that is 0. So makikita naman kasi since may connection yan sa time, pwedeng ma-check natin kapag dinifferentiate natin yung early start and early finish, kailangan mag-equal yan sa duration ng ating activity. Okay? One more example, halimbawa dito sa activity F. Early start niya is 18, early finish naman niya is 22. So activity F, that is earliest start niya is 18, earliest finish niya is 22. Okay? Late start and late finish naman niya is 13 and 23. Activity F, that is 19 and 23. So, mali yung ating validate. 19 and 23. So kasi ma-check natin kung tama yung ating solve kapag minus natin. So, bawa 10 minus 0 is 10. 10 minus 0 is 10. Dito naman, 11 minus 5 is 6. 6 minus 0 is 6. 18 minus 10 is 8. 19 minus 11 is 8. 23. So, merong checking ko baka kaya alam ko na merong mali dun sa tabulation. Okay, so 23 minus 19 is 4. So, tama na. 35 minus 23 is 12. So, ito yung tabulated natin na value. Okay. Tapos, floater slack naman, meron siyang formula early start minus late start. So, magkakambal yung start. So, early start minus start, yung kanyang algebraic difference. So, 0 minus 0 is 0. Sa kabila naman, pwede natin check sa mga finish side. 10 minus 10 is 0. Okay, so either of the two is pares lang naman magiging sagot. Basta magkaparehas si start, si finish, at saka si finish. Okay, so 5 minus 0 is 5. 11 minus 6 is 5. So tama. Dito, 19, bali 18 ito, dapat 1 lang ito. Okay. So, mako-compute na ngayon si floater slack. Ito yung mga floater slack. Ibig sabihin, ito yung mga leeway ng ating activity. Halimbawa, si activity E, meron siyang leeway na 5 calendar days na hindi maapektuhan yung ating project. Okay? So, kapag 0 naman, dapat hindi magkakaroon ng delay dito sa mga activity na ito. Kapag naging 0 yung kanyang floater slack, nababanggit yan as critical. Kapag meron yung value aside sa 0, halimbawa 1 greater than 1, not critical na siya kasi meron siyang mga leeway. Okay? Pag 0, critical. Kapag merong greater than 0, that is not critical. One more thing din, kung saan nag-0 yung ating mga activity, uh, technically, is ito din yung mga critical activities natin. Ito yung critical path natin. So, kung nag-0 si A, so critical siya. Yung mga nag-0 is yung critical path. So, that is A, activity A, D, at saka G. So, yung critical path natin is yung path A, D, G. So, to check, A, D, G. So, A, D, G. So, ibig sabihin, dito sa activity na to, kailangan walang magkakaroon ng delay. Otherwise, madedelay na yung ating project kabuuan. Okay? Dito naman kapag sumobra ka, halimbawa, letter B. Si activity, meron kang leeway na 5 days. Okay? Ganun yung pag-interpret ng computation. Okay? So, yung critical path natin, as recap, is yung ADG or yung 10 plus 3 plus 12. So, nagko-complement din yan sa ating nakuha kanina na critical or contract duration na 35 calendar days. So, another checking din kumbaga. Pwede natin yung first method na na-discuss. Dito naman yung medyo complicated na computation. Kaso malalaman mo din kung ilan yung kanyang leeway na duration. Okay?